YouTube, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Great Picture here, DGP, back again with another episode of Patriot Keys, and not going to be a stream today. Really nothing to talk about. It's kind of frustrating these past 3 hours, man. But first time in NFL history, man. We won 10 straight division titles, man. No team in the NFL, NBA, or NHL has done that. Only team to do that in the four major sports is the Atlanta Braves, who did it 14 straight years. But again, first time in NFL history, no team has won 10 straight division titles. Think of the Steelers, the Cowboys, the 49ers, all these dynasties, even the dynasty from us early on, haven't won 10 straight division titles. So the dominance we showed in the past 10 years is amazing. And also, people want to look at say the division is trash, which most likely true, but you also got to think about it with injuries can happen at any point in time. With free agency, people can leave and go. The fact that, and also we get a 30% new team every year, 30% of our roster changes every year. Stats have proven it because of free agency. So the fact that, we've 10 straight years of dominance of owning the division, really impressive. But let's talk about the game real quick. Brian Horry's in. It's like 3 minutes left. Just got a pick on Josh Allen through his second one of the game. Defense played well, but the Bills are pretty much trash, so kind of expected. Offense, running wise, did okay. Actually, running wise, they did a great job. A lot of people run blocking pretty well. Sonny Michelle got going. James White even got on the ground. Even Cordell Patterson got a 66-yard performance, breaking his record for the most yards by a receiver in the game. Philip Dorsett came in the game after Cordell Patterson got hurt. He had a couple runs. Rex Burkhead, who should be just follow my Twitter. Rex Burkhead, I don't like Rex Burkhead, but running did well. Passing in sync, not in sync, I should say. Josh Gordon loss has proven to be a huge factor. We're just not explosive, man. We weren't really that explosive with Josh Gordon, and it's just showing now, man. Gronkowski is not looking too good. We tried to force feed the ball, but the Bills just weren't having it. Edelman was outside that one play, was doing good. Brady 13, I think, a 24, 126 yards, a touchdown, two INTs, but they weren't on him. You look at the stats, people going to say he's falling off a cliff with that terrible performance. He didn't play well by no standards, but those two INTs weren't on him. Pass protection was off the whole time. Brady was like on third downs. He was getting pressured, and some of it was just because miscommunication. Again, just the offense is not in sync, man. So don't know what it is passing wise, but thanks for goodness to Sonny Michelle, man. Again, when we drafted him, you go look at my video. I said, Jesus, we got Sonny Michelle. What does that mean? But thank goodness for Sonny Michelle, man, because without him, I don't know if we would win this game. We kind of blew this team out, but it's because it's the Bills. The Bills kind of trash. That's how bad they are. We face a competitive team. We're not that good. On the bright side, though, as it currently looks right now, it looks like the Eagles are going to defeat the Houston Texans. First off, praise up for Demaryius Thomas. I heard he has a torn Achilles. We do not wish injuries on anybody, so hope Demaryius Thomas has a speedy recovery and he comes back next year. I think he's on in free agency. That was a guy who was looking at the trade for during the trade deadline. Again, he hurt it. Already tore one of his Achilles. I think it's the other one this time. So on, I think the wrong side of 30. I think he's 30 years old. Hopefully Demaryius Thomas is okay. Speedy recovery. But looking like the Eagles are going to help the Patriots out, doing them a favor. If they manage to defeat the Houston Texans, that means that the Texans will go back down to the 3 seed, and the Patriots will move up to the 2 seed. And then that means if the Texans hold on and lose this game, Patriots just got to win next week, and will be the 2 seed, get a first round bye, much needed first round bye, and that start our playoff run. So as it stands right now, we control our destiny as long as the Texans lose today. If they lose next week, just win, and we get the first round bye. So yeah, that's that. Also, not really news really because we really don't really care about them. They had a long shot anyway. Jaguars are up on the Dolphins now, up 10. So if the Dolphins lose that game, they're out the playoffs, which I guess Patriot fans care about because about the Miami Miracle. But hey, if the Miami Miracle didn't happen and everything that happened this week happened, we can go next week and not worry about securing the first round bye because we would have already secured it. We would just be focusing on the 1 seed, but even then, the 1 seed is out the picture really more than likely because I think the Chiefs probably might win today. But on today's game, though, not much to say. This is the most that we ran the football in about 5 years. We have Last time I checked, 270 yards rushing. Today kind of felt like a Week 17 game. Like, they just did not want to play. Like, it felt like the Patriots just showed up there because they had to, and they were trying to get up out there as quickly as possible. And so, running the ball, I think we ran the ball about 40, 50 times. Brady threw the ball 24 times. It shows you what kind of game this was, man. It was an ugly game, boring, drawn out. Again, the Patriots just they was just trying to get out there. Tom Brady, again, didn't play well. If we got to go through the grades, let's go through the grades, man. J.C. Jackson had a good pick. Let's go through the grades. And again, I'm happy that we won. You know, I'm always happy we win. Happy we got the division. But just watching this team play today, the fact that it was so close with the Bills, this team probably won't win the Super Bowl, man. And it sucks. Like, you know, this might be the first year, maybe outside of, was it 2011? No, not 2011. Outside of 2009 and 2013, I think. The year we lost to the Broncos. This is the first time, I think, in a while, especially the past four years. First time in a while that we're going to the playoffs, and I'm just not excited for it. Like, well, I'm excited for it that we know we're going to be in the playoffs. Of course I'm excited. But what I'm saying is like, I don't have a strong belief that we can win the Super Bowl with this team. This is the first time in a couple of years, man. So, excuse my energy. I'm happy with the dub, but we ain't looking too good. But go down the grades. Tom Brady, D-, 2 picks. Not on his fault, though. Just 124 yards. Didn't do too well. D-. Running backs. If we can take away Rex Burkhead, I give the running backs an A. Rex Burkhead's in the equation. I got to give the running backs a B. Running backs without Rex Burkhead, A+. Perfect. Great job. Running backs with Rex Burkhead, B. God, I hate Rex Burkhead. We should have kept Deion Lewis instead of him. Wide receivers, C-. They did good blocking. Didn't get no separation. Edelman was the only receiver that kind of showed up today. Cordell Patterson showed up 2 in a run game, if you want to count him. And also, let's talk about Chris Hogan. So reports came out during the game that Chris Hogan is alienating himself from the offense. What do you mean by that? Well, you know, coming from the huddle, he was pissed off that I guess he's not getting the carries, not getting the touches or the looks that he thinks he should get. And it was even at one time, he went away from the offense and went to the defensive side of the bench. And so when the defense was on the field, he was there by himself. So, hey, Chris Hogan might be in the doghouse. So no Josh Gordon. That means we're down to Dorsett, who can't run routes really. Cordell Patterson, who's a running back. Julian Edelman. And that's it. That's it. So, wide receiver C-, Chris Hogan. That's a story to look out for. I'll have an update on that probably soon this week. Tight ends, Gronkowski didn't do anything but run block. C, terrible. Actually, I'm sorry, a D because he dropped the pass and caused a pick. So that's a D right there. O-line, run blocking. I'll give them an A. Pass blocking, I'll give them a D. So I'll bounce that around a C+, B- on the offense line. Defensive line, they get a B+. Did their thing, contained Josh Allen, did a pretty good job. Linebackers, they get a B+ as well. Did a pretty good job. Secondary gonna get an A. Now I would say A+, but they weren't perfect. Again, keep in mind this is the Buffalo Bills. Again, we've been playing bad the past, but I'm happy though. So secondary, I'm gonna give them an A, and special teams A+. Shout out to the special teams. Goskowski made his field goal. Ryan Allen clutched up in the punting game. We even got a blocked punt. It was, it wasn't all the way blocked, but it was kind of tipped up a little bit. And from hearing the reaction from my brother, seems like Deshaun Watson either threw a pick or made a bad read. So it looks like the Texans are going to lose this game. We're back in the second seed. And, yeah, man. So, again, 10 straight division wins. Dominant performance. Just, this team probably not going to win the Super Bowl, man. Again, I always think we have a chance with Tom Brady as quarterback. But realistically, this team isn't looking good. But 10 straight division wins, man. Best dynasty to ever do it. Best quarterback. All that good stuff, man. This is your boy DGP. Catch you next time, y'all. Peace.